All right. Looks like we've got things loading in. Let's see here. Hi, it's me, old Cam Dougal. I love you, Colonel Sanders. The fat boy in me is going to love this. The rest of me is also going to love it. Especially right now. Should be like, I don't know, an hour or so. We'll see. Man, I thought I forgot to unmute. I was like, wow, that's sad. But it looks like we're good. Okay, I'm gonna load this up. Oh man, there's a rabbit over here. He's staring at me. Oh lord, I should have set this up previously. Because I definitely want a windowed mode. That is also loud. Alright. We're not going to do this. Man, how high-tech is this game? That I've got to worry about prioritizing quality or speed. This is good. Can we stretch this big boy out a little bit? Alright, no, probably. Is this windowed mode is just windowed? Fair enough. That's how I want to play it. Alright. How the fuck do I go back? We've been beaten by the game already. I don't think it's supposed to do that, I'll be honest with you. Hello? Let's see. There we go. Nice. We've got it all actually synchronized now. We're not continuing because shouldn't be anything to continue. Just call me Dougal. I was thinking hard, but I'll get myself in trouble if I think too hard. The biscuits are terrible. I loved KFC. I would drink gravy. The biscuits were freaking horrible. You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment. Okay. The world is peaceful and serene. You could stay in the moment forever. Am I gonna read this whole thing? Did I just... Or you could wake up. Now. Your first day of culinary school is no time to sleep in. Oh no, they're gonna run out of all the good Pokemon, aren't they? If this is too loud, I apologize. Oh! I'm gonna smack that alarm clock. Lying in bed, you stare at the ceiling, thinking about everything that awaits you at the prestigious University of Cooking School. Alright, Academy for Learning. You heard a pop in the background. I poured some water a while ago, and the bottles just like to figure themselves out for a while. Okay, space is so much better. Your mind begins to wonder. Who will be there? What will you cook? What should you wear? Time begins to fly by, and you will find your imagination getting away from you. Kinda want to daydream. It's here, finally. Your first day of culinary school. So many dishes to prepare, so many students to meet. I want chicken daddy. Your mind is swimming with possibilities when you realize you're running late. You grab a biscuit and burst out the door in a hurry. Delicious. Just what you needed to wake up those taste buds. Wow. Yikes, you're in such a hurry. In fact, that you forgot to put on any deodorant before running out the door. You're sweating buckets of chicken perhaps, as you rush to arrive on time. Uh-oh. Standing in the quad, you gaze upon the magnificent University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning. Here comes your lifelong best friend forever, Miriam. That's an old lady name. Sorry. She's the most adorably awkward person you've ever met, and you absolutely love her for it. Maybe. Good morning, dude. I don't like the capitals. We should have looked around that. Caps lock is on. It just starts up like that. I don't know. Are you excited for the first day of the rest of our lives? Actually, because I sure am excited, a little nervous, okay? Okay, a lot nervous. I'm a little confused myself. It's just that this morning I made breakfast for myself, but well, when I ate it, I couldn't taste any love in the food. What if I'm no good? What if I fail? A little bit of cinnamon. Classic Miriam. Raised by Master Chef parents, she's always held herself to a very high standard. Oh, goodness. Ever since we were little babies playing together and you rescued me from that quicksand... Quicksand? It's been clear to me that you're the most loving, caring person I know. You're going to do great. But with University of Cooking School Academy for Learning's famous 3-day only semesters, I'm afraid of being left behind and never catching up. It's fast food, you know? A sweet girl, Miriam, has always had a flair for the dramatic. This summer, she got so nervous about her first kiss that she chipped a tooth practicing on a mannequin. At least it was a tooth. You know? Should you pep talk her or change the subject to give her some relief? Pep talk! Remember last month when we saw the fortune teller? Oh, and had our tarot cards read. The lady with the mask who gave me nightmares? I've been trying to forget. Yikes. I know she looked spooky, but she was so sweet, and she told you that you were destined for great things. Remember that card with the fancy-looking tower, and that other card featuring the handsome fellow in the red suit? The devil? I've been waiting for so long to meet a handsome fellow I could call my own. And I'm sure you will soon. In no time we'll be graduating, you'll be delighting the world with your heartfelt cooking in no time at all. In no time. Probably how many times? None of them. As you talk Miriam up, you can feel her nerves begin to ease. Ricky, calm down. You know what? Maybe everything will be okay after all. And if not, at least I have these killer bangs. Ricky is the rabbit, by the way. It's not like some dude in my corner. I mean, he's a grown man. Can you believe I cut them myself? Yeah? You can... Oh, I can. Thank you. I cannot believe it. No, I wasn't saying it looked bad. Before you can get another word out, you're rudely interrupted when someone smacks your books and custom-engraved measuring spoons out of your hands and onto the ground. No, they didn't. We're going to reverse time, or... death? Hey. We're just going to call you Ashley. If that's something else, it's not. Your arch-rival. She's totally evil, but you can't help but be filled with jealousy. She can get anything she wants, and she knows it. It's probably the fangs. Hello, Ashley. It better be Ashley. This is pornography. Oh, I didn't see you there. Chicken shit. Dang. You leave Dougal shit. Hey, me? Listen. They are perfectly normal shins. They're not. You can't stand Ashley. Even her name is annoying. You know for... It is annoying, and it's intentional, isn't it? You know for a fact that it's actually Ashley. Thank you so much for clarifying. But she had to add extra letters to make herself feel better than everyone. You added your own letters? Your parents didn't even do that? How many freaking vowels did they have to buy? It's a lot of money. If anyone here knows what perfect shins look like, it's us. We've got the shins of a 14-year-old emo girl. Facts. We're not going to let you or your really weird insults get to us. Across the quad, you see Ashley's best friend, Van the Man, has stopped to look at his own reflection in the mirror. His pants are so tight you can see him casually working out his glutes while he styles his hair. No lie, they're rocking glutes. You gotta casually do it, though. It's good. You know? Van. What is this JoJo guy? You rang? Oh, no. You've never been sure what their arrangement is, but as long as you've known them, Ashley and Van have been just as close as you and Miriam. Probably not even that close, to be honest. But substantially more devious, I can believe that. Look at him, it's like Team Rocket, but different. Is that a star? I can't believe that University of Cooking School Academy for Learning would ever allow people like you to attend as students. I know, right? You'd think they'd just hand us our diplomas now. Am I taking drastically longer by reading this? We're going to do it. Or maybe hire us on as professors. You amateurs could learn a lot from us. What do you cook? I could guess. With the first day of school about to start, there's just not time to properly tell these two off, so you resist the urge. Let's go, Miriam. You made a noise. Psh, see you later, losers. What the heck? As you approach the door, you see a goofy-looking kid pushing hard against the window directly. This is well made. Pop. Oops. Aw, what the heck? I think it's broken. Your ring? You reach forward and easily pull the door. Oh, the door. I thought you made an unfortunate accident. That should do the trick. I love you too, Pop. I think you mean thank you. Nah, tell the homie. My name is Pop. I was named after my Pop. He's old. Who's beyond that, Pop? Could someone like this also be a student at the school? He must be one heck of a chef. Also, his name tag clearly says Bob, but I guess he's reading it upside down. You know what? Probably works in the kitchen. Best cook they have, to be honest. Hi, Pop. I'm Dougal. So, are you going to make me hold this door all day? Nope. Thank you. And with that, the young man walks into the building ahead of you. Aww. Is it just me, or is he kinda cute? Cut your bangs, gang. I think it's just you. You both shrug your shoulders before following him into the building. You stand at the edge of the room, unsure where to sit. Other students wander in and keep themselves busy chit-chatting. A scruffy-looking pooch takes his place at a podium at the front of the class. Adorable, such a dapper young man. How are you, sir? Sprinkles. Now, quiet down, everyone. Who's in the corner there? Who is this unreasonably cute pup? Why is he in our culinary class? He's got taste. You must be Sprinkles, head instructor and CEO. No. Please, I'm not reading those letters. We all know. Please call me Professor Dog. Alright. I may be cute and little and fluffy, but I still demand respect. Woof. What? A cute dog is our professor? This is the best school ever. I guess only a dog's nose is capable of picking up all the nuances of fine dining. Or a rat. This is KFC. Out of nowhere, wind begins to rush around you as a swirl of cherry blossom petals fill the air inside the classroom. This is what happened when the turtle guy from the tortoise from Kung Fu Panda disappeared, right? I don't remember. It's been a long time. I'm chilly. Someone close the window. No, you're Pop. And then Chicken Daddy walks in. You're immediately swept up in the aura of this new student and his remarkable goatee. Oh no, what? Who knew anyone could be so handsome? Time stands, so I assumed I'd be going like to KFC the school. But he's a student? It's him, if it isn't my favorite student, Harlan. Oh my gosh. Colonel Sanders interrupts Sprinkles. Sorry, Professor Dog, before he can finish his sentence. Please, call me Colonel. That's reserved for Colonel Angus. Colonel Sanders. A hushed murmur rolls through the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks down the aisle of desks. Suddenly, the room is sweltering. Sweat begins to beat across your brow. You feel like everyone is looking at you, and you're not entirely wrong. Ashley. And this over here must be Sweaty Sweats a lot. Sometimes. Maybe we should open that window back up before Faucet Pits melts into a puddle and evaporates entirely. Hold on just a second. Nobody talks to my friend like that. What about the dog? Help! Okay. I read Dougal and thought it was the dog. It's reading enough. You two both know my name. We were in the same kindergarten class. And what is with all your really weird insults? Besides, when Dougal sweats, it's not gross. It's beautiful. Look at that shimmer. That's right. You turn to find Colonel Sanders standing right in front of you. I gotta click it. Oh. Colonel Sanders, beautiful angel that he is, stands before you, smiling gently, his hand outstretched. I'm a little stupid, Mr. Sanders. Colonel. Daddy. Boy, howdy, this classroom gets hotter than a Kentucky fryer. Nobody says that. Please, use my handkerchief. I had to read it like that. Got one on my head, I'm good, brother. You freeze up, Colonel Sanders is talking to you. Wait, Colonel Sanders is talking to you. About how sweaty you look. You're completely mortified. No, I'm not. This can't be your first interaction. What if he never forgets his good? How will you respond? I'm going to take it. Thank you. You stretch out your hand and Colonel Sanders places a fine silk handkerchief in it. That's some Bobby Hill. It's so beautiful. You hesitate to press it to your face, but when you do, the feeling is transcendent. It has its natural scent on it, all the herbs and spices. It smells of the most delicious chicken you've ever smelled. Professor Dog steps in to settle the class down and set some ground rules. Welcome to University of Cooking School Academy from... I'll read it. I'm not saying the letters. The greatest culinary academy in the world. The birthplace of culinary legends past, present, and future. Many challenges await you. There will be tears. There will be blood. There might even be really adorable tiny food. And when all is... Ricky, I see you running. How you doing, brother? When all is said and done, there will be a battle. You will lift your sporks and compete in the broom cooking arena. We're calling it broom. Just then, another student enters the classroom and interrupts the professor's rousing speech. Student. Hi guys, sorry I'm late. I hope everyone had a good summer. I really miss finer details in your face. Quiet. Late to class is bad enough, but interrupting my monologue? You're on the fast track out of here, young man. Are you sure you're even in the right place? No, I don't even think you're in the right game. Don't you recognize me? This is my 3rd year in this school with teacher. No. Everyone stares at him blankly. Does no one remember me? You're expelled if you utter one more word before I finish. Dang. Let that be a lesson to you students that tardiness is unacceptable. Even Clank made it here on time, rolling halfway across town on his tiny wheels. You turn to see the student Sprinkles is referencing, who appears to be some sort of industrial kitchen appliance. I was going to say a mixer. Why is he on wheels? No, you're not. No, you're not. The class bursts into laughter. Oh, Clank, you rascal. Pee-wee's Playhouse looking. Sprinkles walks in the classroom as everyone stands in silent obedience. When he gets to you, he lifts his nose into the air and takes a deep sniff. That is Trop Cherry, brother. It's a sativa. Your diet is lacking. No, well, I don't eat enough anymore. Based on what I'm picking up here, you definitely need a No, I take the multivitamins. You should be taking better care. No, yeah, I should, but not like that. I take all the vitamins. I'm Vitaman, right, Ricky? You've never had a talking dog as a teacher before, but Sprinkles' reputation for being smart but tough is well known. I will pick you up, Sprinkles. You decide to try and butter him up by giving him a treat from your pocket, but what kind? How many treats do I have in my pocket? We're going to go... If I had a treat, it would probably be a ball. Chicken? We're at a chicken place, dude. You reach beneath your apron and return with a chicken snack in your hand. Sprinkles' eyes go wide as he locks onto it. His favorite, that's right. Well, 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 I think there might be some competition for new star student. Chicken Daddy, the furry professor, immediately devours the snack, leaving your hands slick with a coating of warm doggy drool. Twitter's gonna love this. You see the other students eyeing you jealously, but pay no mind to them. If they wanted to succeed in life, they should have learned the importance of carrying a range of dog treat flavors on them at all times, even rubber. Settle down, young chefs. Take your seats and prepare to have your minds open to the amazing possibilities of culinary creation. Ricky? As everyone rushes to claim their favorite seats, you're left standing at the front of the room. Only 2 options remain. Come on, Chicken Daddy. Is my end game to keep my friend? Hey, Dougal, there's still a seat here. It seems that no one has claimed the seat next to me if you're interested. Do I still have this handkerchief? We had a goal. We said Tales of Chicken Daddy. Man, we had a lifetime. You'll understand. You have Pop. Go sit next to Pop, actually. He moved to take your seat by Colonel Sanders. It appears he brought no books, pens, or pencils. However, his perfect, upright posture shows off a seriousness that makes you confident in his desire to learn. Thanks for offering me this seat. I've only had 2 rules. Do all you can and do it the best you can. It's the only way you ever get that feeling of accomplishing something. Okay? That's so inspiring. It really is. A little off topic, if you ask me, but okay. As soon as you settled into your seat, the professor makes an announcement. Another one? Think fast. It's time for a pop quiz. He's over there. Yay, a quiz about me. This incredibly important and surprisingly short quiz, it's a little guy, will tell me if you are ready for life at culinary school. Uh-oh. Is it actually a quiz? Keep your knives sharp and your focus sharper. Here comes question number 1. I'm panic. If train A is traveling to point B and train B is traveling to point A, how important is it to wash your hands before cooking? That's right, it's extremely important. My brain, there was a slight, like I was gonna have to do some quick math. Forest is to tree as chicken is Well, my brain kept saying nuggets, dude. That's right. I kept reading goggles and my brain's like nuggets. What is the most efficient eating utensil ever created? And they don't even have nuggets like that. What is the spork. For sure. I have a Sonic one. I had one somewhere. I don't know if I still have it. Somebody gave it to me. From like the Loot Crate stuff. What food is best for a broken heart? Anything as long as it is prepared with love and not too much salt. Camel meat. Thank you. Am I high? I think I just lost my job. Dog. Professor Dog. Can I restart? Okay, thank you. Oh, I should read. May I have your attention, students? I have an important announcement to make. I'm upset. Time for lunch. I'm gonna sit here. Wow, the cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant you've ever eaten at. It makes sense that a school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. This makes me want to watch, what was it, Food Wars? Who's Stewart? A delicious fragrance wafts through the room and tickles the end of your nose, your mouth water. It doesn't. Do you smell that? That must be our lunch. It smells crazy good. Everyone, can I have your attention? No, you actually can't. Is it about lunch? Probably not. No, I just wanted to apologize for my tardiness. You see, I was getting away. Howdy, folks. I'd like to make an announcement. Alright. Hey, nobody cares, actually. Really, get off the screen. It's about lunch. This chicken? Did you make it? Everyone cheers. I gotta get my trigger fingers off. But lunch. Yeah, what's in your sack, actually? She said, shh. In honor of the new semester, I have prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch. Better be the potato wedges. Why? Why on God's green earth? Or whatever. Would you even do that? That was the meal. Potato wedges and gravy. Aha! That must be the smell I smelled. Was it a smelly smell? Probably plankton. Indeed, that smell. You hold your breath waiting to see what this mysterious student has created. You've heard that he's very talented, but were the rumors true? Is it the famous bowl? Is this? Oh! It's a large bucket of chicken. Its contents glimmer in the light. It's probably the grease. Piled high are huge pieces of chicken, breaded and fried to a crispy golden finish. Extra crispy? Ah! It better be. Your chicken's actually making me choke, to be honest. The aroma envelops, Smith. And you begin to feel warm and safe. I don't think so. Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken. What a novel concept. Your stomach begins to grumble, as if to say, stop thinking and start eating. For years, I've been developing a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. By my calculation, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavor. Arguable. You look around and notice that every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can. You're not. But that's all I'll say about that. What, you think we want your stupid secret recipe, dude? Pshaw. Nah, my dude. Nah. I'm just drafting a last will and testament in case one of those ingredients is poison. What do you have? That thing tied around your head? Your weird hair that looks like it's made of one of those Play-Doh things? He looks around nervously to see if anyone else is laughing at his sick burn. You wait to see what Zinger Ashley has prepared to follow up, but she suddenly takes a different approach. Yeah, and I was just, like, writing in my diary. There you go. Dear Diary, today I smelled something beautiful. I knew at that moment that only the hands of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender. Uh-oh, competition. You see, her body language changed from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent as she slides closer to Colonel Sanders. She realizes that he is destined for greatness and fame. With cooking skills like this, she wants him all to herself. Oh, please. You're whatever, yeah. Well, Van the man, if you don't want any, I'll take his. There we go. Whoa, hold on. I mean, I guess I'll try it. He takes one bite and his eyes grow wide. He starts contorting his face as he tries to hold in his pure exhilaration and act unimpressed. Easy now, there is enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in. There's only like a handful of you, so I guess it's not that much chicken. You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of this bucket and sink your teeth into it. It's amazing. Tasting Colonel Sanders' food transports you to another dimension. That's drugs. Alone with your taste buds, gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly. Focus your mind and meditate on this moment. Try and identify every flavor. Savor the moment and everything that it tells you about Colonel Sanders' culinary heart. Swim toward the light! Somewhere up ahead, a bright light beckons you. Yeah. The flavors are so intense you become wrapped up in them. Unable to resist, you reach toward the light. It grabs your hand and pulls you closer, until your fingertip connects with the end of everything. Did I lose? You are forever lost in a land of tender fried chicken bliss. Your mind dissolves. There is no Dougal now. There is only herbs and spices. Though Miriam tries to revive you, she cannot. I lost. I lost. I gotta do all that again. Oh, okay. Jeez. Alright, so we're not... That explains enough about me. I have nothing to live for in this world, so of course I'm going towards the mystery abyss. Why wouldn't I? I think I can escape. That's the problem. This is not game over. Give my body some time to digest. You know what I'm saying? I'll be back. What? Also, he's a wizard. Hi, Ricky. Are you okay? Do you smell the chicken? You and your little, you're not even hopping like a rabbit, you're skedaddling on all your legs. Alright. Man, if it had made me, like, that's almost an end. That's almost like, I'm not picking this back up. You want me to do this again for a half hour? For the love of no one? No. Come on, ecstasy fried chicken. Alright. We're back. The flavors in your mouth are beautiful, pure, heavenly. What a guy. Have you ever seen Killer Joe? Alone with the flavors, you feel something that can only be described as love. For a man, for a flavor, are they the same? After tasting his food, you try to get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. I'm back from the dimension that you tried to send me to, motherfucker. I hope you're extra crispy. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he is doing and allows you to break the silence. Let me grab my hammer. Colonel, I wondered if I could talk to you for a second. Anything for a fellow chef. What exactly was on that chicken? Why you sweating, brother? Ha ha ha. How bold to come out and ask. Huh? I want whatever the hell that is. Your fancy curtain rod, sir. It's an idea I had. Fuck your chicken. It's an idea I had for a new combination of flavors that would make me my fortune and establish my legacy for all time as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal. It's just you and me here talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own that I'd be willing to trade. How much you got? What's the rush? The semester is only... Well, it's 3 days getting started. We've got 2 more whole days to get to know each other. I already went into the void. Do we? Do we really? He's clearly not going to give it up easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel. Shouldn't learning be fun? Aw. You've got moxie. Keep it in my trunk. I'll give you that. Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure... You better look both ways before you cross me again with your funky chicken. Look both ways to make sure you're truly alone, and then leans in. You can feel his warm breath as he whispers, "It smells like bourbon, sir." Just one ingredient, but you can't tell. Jism? I use... It's white. It's something my great-grandmother taught me. Oh, man, it's cocaine. Yeah, just wow. You never have guessed that. And in fact, you're not even sure where you'd get some if you search. Don't have the right parts. Hey, Colonel Sanders. While you're wrapped up in that huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared. He's a ghost. While everyone else is still in the cafeteria, he's making more batter in the bathroom. You decide to look for him. You find Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad. I prefer tries. Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think about how my story will continue on after I've graduated. You know what? Legacy. To be honest, it sounds like you have big plans. I dare say the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world. You can bet on that. You won. Alone together for the first time, you figured now is the perfect moment to show your personality to him. Okay. Nag him to show your own strength. Wow him with a big idea to add an additional ingredient to really spice things up. Be modest but thoughtful. Well, I just wanted to tell you that I really enjoyed your food. Now you've got his attention. Yeah. The flavors were complex but comforting. The interplay between salty, savory, and peppery, it was perfect. I appreciate the compliment, too. Thank you. I'm sure you'll be a big success. I know we've only met today, but I'm starting to get the same feeling about you. Yeah, probably not. We should head back inside. The next lesson starts soon. You step into the massive cooking arena where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they could need. Look at this place. It's magnificent. Finally, we get to show our stuff. Wait a second. Oh no, we have to show our stuff. What if I totally blow it? Probably. You're not going to blow any, except maybe kisses to the crowd of fans. Okay, probably. You're going to earn with your signature, adorable tiny food crate. Oh, is that what this is? Welcome, students, to the cooking arena. For today's lesson, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair up. Naturally, Miriam looks over at you. Hi, Ricky. Would you like a banana? You want a banana, don't you? You sniffing the curtain? Hey, calm. Yeah. Yeah, I know, right? Good boy. He's very much like, he's free roam, litter trained. Trying to get him more comfortable, like, everywhere. He's been sleeping out. Yeah, just sniff things. Anyway, Naturally, Miriam looks over at you, but unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders. I was actually, given the choice, going to choose you, Miriam. I figured balance is probably good. Hey, Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of 2, that is. Me and you, if that wasn't clear. Just the 2 of us. Want to be my partner? Aw. Sure, Dougal. I'll prepare our station. Without you as a partner, Miriam is left standing all alone. 2 different students quickly take notice. Oh, Pop is perfect. Hello, new partner. Beep, boop, bzz. Oh my, 2 potential partners. I'm so sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose. It looks like you'll have to pick 4. Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. We're assuming this kid's old enough? Who do you want? You know what, Pop? Clank is probably going to be helpful with tiny foods, but he's tiny. Sorry, Clank, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Pop today. Word. Just stand next to the oven, brother. Pop gives a big smile as he steps up to the same station as Miriam. I'm a chef. Naturally. He holds up a banana. Without peeling it, proudly eats the entire thing. Did he bite it? Or just... It's disconcerting, but Miriam is too kind to act grossed out. I love your enthusiasm, Pop. She looks at you like, really, this kid? But it's too late to change your choice. I thought you liked him, to be honest. Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork. Alright, you 2, for today's lesson, we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get the idea? Alright, Kenny Rogers. Which dish do you suggest to your partner, Colonel Sanders? Is it chicken? Steak tartare seems easy enough. It's fancy and you don't even need to cook it. Using octopus will blow Colonel Sanders' mind. Your mother's mashed potatoes and gravy. Hell yeah. Grandma? Wherever you're at, Grandma. There's a reason I started making them when I was like 10, so I've always been something of a down-home chef. I go down at home. I was thinking we could make something warm, inviting, comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes. And gravy. I'll leave that part up to you, Chief. I couldn't imagine one without the other. Colonel Sanders casts a coy look at you because he's a wizard. He's casting. Causing your whole face to go beet red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away. I'll go get the potatoes. Look at this fun. No, please. Let me. 428. Picking perfect produce, a passion of mine. Looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders? Get the rest of your tights. Oh, those are drumsticks. We're just cooking partners. Mind your own business. Where were you in the lineup? I was gonna say Sandler. Sanders' heart is my business, and you'd better keep your fingers off of my man. Did someone call for me? No? What do you work on like Beetlejuice, like, right? Nobody said it twice. Get out of here. No geez, Van. While I'm over here crushing Dougal's dreams, you're supposed to be taking care of our classwork. That was the deal, remember? Colonel Sanders returns, arms full of peeled potatoes. He tosses them into boiling water and turns his attention to you and your old friends. We're gonna battle? Oh, howdy there, Ashley. Van, are we working in a quartet instead of a duet now? Actually, no. It looked like Dougal was struggling, so we offered to give them a hand. You know how it is. These young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring. I was going to say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could teach you a thing or two about fancy food. I hope this isn't too loud. Maybe one day you might be able to get up to my level. Doubt it. Don't be rude, Van. Personally, I have no doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worthy of admiration. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. But Colonel, if you ask me, I might make a better partner for you than this thing that has positioned itself at your station. Don't you feel deep down that we cast complementary shadows? We fit together like a thigh and a drumstick, and it just makes... How about a side, motherfucker? Like, step to one. Nothing about this makes any sense, but one thing is clear. She's coming for Colonel if you don't watch out. Man, Ashley is really going at you hard. You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. Turn to Colonel Sanders, hunk of hunks in your time of need. Turn to Miriam, your forever bestie who always has your back. Did we screw her on the last mission? I don't trust Colonel Sanders. You turn to Miriam, and as soon as you find her, she senses it and looks back. The girl's friend in need radar is second to none. She immediately comes running over. Is somebody threatening my friend? I would say, yeah, see, it was a good move. I actually think that Ashley and Van Van were just leaving you in the dust. Leaving my skills as a chef, perhaps. But stepping away from this competition, you are sorely mistaken. Probably. Miriam, you're a loyal friend, but Dougal is my partner for today's activity. You look for Sprinkles in hopes that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn those cute porgies and their short but sturdy stature. You look down at your station and realize that in the tension of the moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed the boiled potatoes into a perfectly creamy mashed texture with plenty of butter and cream for flavor. It's as if your natural passion guided you through the steps you know so well while your attention was elsewhere. Yeah, they want you to work at the KFC. I know just what to do. Colonel Sanders extends his hand. He's holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat out of which pours a smooth brown gravy, smothering your nearly finished potato dish. I need this, but on like anime level. We want some like Attack on Titan stuff. Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The results look spectacular. Granny will be very proud. Colonel Sanders holds a spork out to you. You reach out and grab hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. The two of you stand holding the same spork, and for that moment, for a small moment, pardon, all the madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. It was a good move calling Miriam. He got jealous. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still. If you love something, set it free. Like your chickens. We've all seen the videos. Together, you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful up. When you see Ashley with a sinister look, you know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. That's not very sinister. There it is. And then, filled with rage and without thinking, you fling the sporkful of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face. Van Van, do something, do something. Scooping up a fingerful, Van Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes that it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity? Hold on right there, Dougal. We did not waste food in the cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I will expect better from you. Oh, if you throw one more spoonful, you both better be prepared to eat it from wherever it lands. Listen. Can I has potatoes? We're not throwing it at you, but sure. Van Van rushes back over a covered dish in his hand. Mashed potatoes with gravy, pathetic. In just a few minutes, I prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my specialty braised tentacle of octopus and my silky saltwater sauce. Plated on a battle axe blade forged by my supreme chef, and I'll take the blade. I'll slap you with the new round's food. You've ignored me for too long. That ends now. It is I who will have first bite, and you will all look really thank The interrupting student rushes at Van Van and swipes a bite of his signature dish right off the plate. It's not good. No, don't. Something about this dish doesn't strike my nose quite right. I think the octopus was rushed and may have turned in the process. The results could be toxic. Uh-oh. Too late. It has been eaten. It is done. I think I left something in the oven. I don't feel so. You shouldn't. It killed. You evolved. Congratulations. Everyone step back. Don't take another bite. When you look back at the plate, the rest of it is gone. You notice the tip of the tentacle being slurped up in Pop's mouth. Uh-oh. Pop winces in pain for just a moment, then is almost immediately back to his oblivious self. Oopsie. That's why you poop yourself. Tastes like poison. The entire class is gathered to watch Pop's final moment. Shock has frozen the whole crowd. They are as emotionless. He's not going to die. The class bell rings, disrupting the moment and snapping everyone back to reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things despite obvious danger has inoculated him against the poisons of course. He's got fortitude. He's good. I'm not sure the professors here make enough money. It got quiet. Hi, Ricky. Hello? Yeah, I just turned into a ghost over here. Alright, go ghost. Seeing that you're shaken up by that really annoying student and all his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please, let me walk you home. Is this still the first day? What, like for real? Something dark side. You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark and more than a little spooky. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon glow and speaks softly. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today? Before you go on, I want you to know, they're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them. They were amazing. Yeah, they were. Tasting them, it reminded me why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him in a way that you find inspiring. Now might be the perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for him. Colonel Sanders? Yes, Dougal? There's something I need to tell you. Hold it right there. Uh-oh. Play-Doh head. There's something I need to tell you first. Oh, jeez. You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef the world has ever seen. And every day since, I have been working toward that dream, day and night, never stopping, never resting, also lifting a lot of weights, like so many weights. Okay. We should follow our dreams with all our hearts, that our souls may grant them like wishes floating on a shooting star. Hey, no, you... Shut up, I'm the one here to say inspirational stuff and be the star of the story. Are we forgetting that your cooking literally killed a guy? You can't prove that. I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere in the distance you hear a long, sad sigh. Forget him, we're talking about me. Me. I'm the hero. The Spork Monster is here to fight a hero. Okay. I think I left the fridge door open. Later, nerds. Do we have to fight this guy now? How dare you threaten me just as I was letting down my guard and connecting with another chef on an emotional level? Be afraid, be very afraid of me, because I'm a monster. See? I thought that was Colonel Sanders I was reading. I was like, oh shit. Is he's rhyming? Is he's rhyming on purpose, or is that just a coincidence? But before you can discuss syntax any further, it's a turn-based fight sequence. Oh, what will you do? I'm holding the attack. You decide to go in the attack. Which attack will you use? Cook with Love. Cook with Love does 1 damage. It just got real. The attack really upsets Spork Monster. Spork Monster goes on the attack. They spit hot gravy at you. You take 1 damage. You decide to defend. Which defense will you use? Trepidation. You continue to stay back and endure whatever comes your way. Seems like a pretty weird strategy, but okay, sure, you do you. Spork Monster focuses their mashed mind and draws in energy from Mother Earth itself. They grow larger and more intimidating. How will you respond? Attack. You decide to go in the attack. Which attack will you use? Cook with Love. Cook with Love does 1 damage. Spork Monster is no quitter. Buffed up and ready to rumble, they go in the attack once again. Spork Monster uses Utilitensel. You take 2 damage from the attack. If you take much more damage, you're not going to survive the battle. Probably should have defended. You decide to go in the attack. Give me another attack. Cook with Love does 1 damage. Spork Monster is oozing cheese sauce into the lawn of the quad. I wonder who's going to have to clean that up. The ants? Feeling vulnerable, Spork Monster prepares for its ultimate attack, Rounded Edge. Vile villain, your reign of terror stops here. Oh no. Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens. I've seen that. Hot Pie Power Pinch. Oh shit. Hot Pie Power Pinch does 10 damage. Spork Monster is defeated. You save him. An injured Spork Monster spews steam into the night. Forget mercy, finish it. Spare this wretched beast. You manage to tamp down your disgust at the sight of this gnarly beast long enough to realize that he is still a living creature with a pure soul who deserves your pity, not your wrath. Be gone, beast, and don't you dare come back for a follow-up encounter tomorrow. I won't forget this, and I certainly won't be back like you said. The spork monster scuttles off into the night. The defeated monster left behind a special item. It appears at first to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection, it's so much more. It's a book of magic spells with a golden chicken on the cover. Oh my god. You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name to have signed it out is Borko. Borko, that name sounds strangely familiar. Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night, holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from your bizarre battle buzz, why did I say bizarre? You realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. Chicken! Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. He must have helped you get home. In your tired state, you don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled up over you as you are tucked tightly in. I changed the words around and felt better. Good night, my Colonel. Colonel, my Colonel. In your dreams, you're together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there, instructing your love. Hey, you need to learn somehow. Dreams are weird. Z's. That's cute. You awake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? I've got risotto to cook, but we're going to do this. And then there was that secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he already trusts you so much. I lied. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you can tell her about the encounter with the spork monster, she launches into a story of her own. Okay, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might like Pop. Yeah, you do. Like him? Like? I know it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him. Like him. We got to talking after class, and he's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders enlisted in the Army when he was only 3? Not only that, but he founded a special unit of super soldiers who all wear the same hats, just because he put a hat on one time and thought it looked cool. But Colonel Sanders doesn't even wear a hat. He wears a ribbon tie. Either way, maybe it'd be best if you took it slow with this new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders. You and Colonel Sanders, the coolest guy in school, the most famous student to ever attend University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, you're a thing now? We definitely connected yesterday. Sure you did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess? Looking at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. I'm laughing. Whatever. You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real. Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? Oh no, your bestie's eyes light up. Don't tell her. A secret ingredient? Yeah, I just said that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing. So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical garden where I was wandering. This can't be good. He told me all about his passion for spices, secret spices. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. He said it was a powder created from super duper rare dried flower petals, and that if I did him a big favor, I could use some of my own. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. He was so nice, he even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with them, a very strange feeling came over. The flavor was unlike anything I'd ever tasted. I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. Whatever, anyhow, we both share an interest in cooking, so we stayed in touch, you know? Like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about new spices. Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe, and besides, I only know the one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be much use to anyone. Cough, fibber, cough. Please, please, please. It would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you or from Colonel Sanders. What do you think? Should you protect Colonel Sanders' secret or share it with your bestie? Make up a fake ingredient. You quickly think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know. How about... It was Eye of Newt. I know it sounds like some kind of witch's potion, but what can you do? Eye of Newt? Wow. Her eyes light up imagining such a thing. You figure that you've satisfied her curiosity and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb typing on her phone that you can't quite see. That's probably not good. But you can ask her to confirm that she was definitely not texting secrets to other people. You're interrupting. I'm not reading these words anymore. A wind rushes in, cherry blossom petals fill the air. It's Colonel Sanders. He's arriving at school on a horse. Is that butterscotch? Stand back and admire his majestic glory. Run down. Stand back and admire. Colonel Sanders' horse is truly a thing of beauty. Without ever acknowledging that he's being watched, he does a short horse dance before dismounting with a flourish. He then slaps the beautiful creature gently on its rear, sending it running free into the countryside. Me next. You are so struck by the sight of him that you lose the ability to speak coherently. Oh, I didn't realize anyone was watching. Don't worry, he knows his way home. You attempt to compliment Colonel Sanders, but the words don't come out exactly right. What a horseful beaut you have. I mean, what a horseful beaut you have. Dang it, that's what I just said. Being a good friend, Miriam attempts to cover for you. She's not a good friend. She's okay. Oh, Dougal just gets really nervous around people they like. What? This is not helping. I mean, they got food poisoning, we're up all night. It was gruesome, and you should have seen it. She gives you a wink and a smile as if to say situation handled. Can't blame a girl for trying. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter the classroom, you can see your two rivals, Ashley and Van Van, are doing something bad. By the way, they're hiding. You know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad, experimenting with restricted ingredients bad, summoning a demon bad. You try and get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulder, but he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? Act like you're not interested in them, but really try to get a closer look. You sit near the rivals, but leave your back turned to them. You even hear Van Van mutter something that sounds a bit like a magic spell. However, he notices you eavesdropping. You try and cover your tracks and improvise an excuse. Ahem, it's time for class, and you're distracting the rest of us who want to learn. Now you've upset me. Oh, his hair. Oh, and you're the Emperor of Cooking, are you? You make the rules? I'm not sure you'd know a good meal if it ate you. Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache. And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. It doesn't. You finally get a look at what it was they were hiding, and you instantly recognize it. It's a book just like the one you found after your encounter with the spork monster. That's the same book that I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. The book is a family heirloom, and its contents are secret. You notice that they haven't just been studying the book. They've got Pop pinned to the wall, and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth. We're playing. Hee hee hee. Before you can dig in any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Beep beep. Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls right over Van Van's meaty foot. Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts. You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. Bzz, womp. Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such language, not even from a stand mixer. Womp womp. No, your mother was a stand mixer. Dang. Words. Oh, it's making the noise. Why am I doing it? Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them. Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know that this is a ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena at least. Or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I've got lofty career aspirations to focus on. Maybe I can help you with your business plan. Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of the class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog. Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn. Rub his furry dog belly. He loves it. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken. You want to pay attention to the lesson, truly you do. Which is why in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who first signed their name. But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the important parts. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, Dougal, naturally this appears to you to be a sample platter. Which item do you want to sample? A shimmering pepper. A brightly colored pepper stands out from the other items. It sparkles in a most eye-catching way. So naturally you reach out, grab it, and eat it right away. You all right there, Ricky boy? Looking for food? However, your body is not prepared for the heat. Oh, feels like forever you tripped. My friend, ooh, this guy again? Please don't pull me on dead. Certain message. Oh, you yawn. I'm here to give you an important message. Ooh, you must avenge my death and fulfill your destiny. All you must do is cough, cough. I was saying to fulfill your destiny, all you must do is cough, cough. I'm sorry, I've still got some spice stuck in my throat. It's fine. I'll work through. To fulfill the prophecy, you must. You feel yourself begin to regain consciousness. What? Oh man, you come to and find everyone is staring at you. The pepper was the last of its kind on Earth, now it's gone forever. Oh. Hi, Ricky. You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention. We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you someday. Come on, it's time for lunch. What do you want? I don't know. Right? Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim. Yeah, go get some water. And your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. I know it's about food time. Today's lunch will be prepared via timed competition cook-off. Demand they stop wasting everyone. The level of theatrics with these two is off the charts. Step up and tell them you're on. I bet you lunchtime competition, eh? What are you eating? Count me in. If I have to wipe the tables with you fools before I set my lunch down, then so be it. Whatever. I'm not the fool, you're the fool. Good one, Van Van. I like your gumption, Dougal. I'll be watching your performance. Bye. Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sportsing court. Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least not until we turn on the timer. Just then, a huge light blasts you in the face, flashing the words, timer ready. That's what I'm talking about. I hate timers. I stand corrected. The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's an original quote by me, in case anyone was wondering. I hope its message lifts you to victory. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now is my chance to shine. I will defeat you myself. Wow. You had this chicken, and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day one, and you're feeling like you can really impress them again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast, if the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. Oh no! Wait. I don't like timers. Hi, Ricky. Winner gets to rub my belly for a little bit. You're going to need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders, but you have an idea. 11 herbs and spices. That's right, you might not know all the ingredients yet, but at least you're headed in the right direction. Tail wagging intensifies. Now that you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. Man, I won't look stupid in front of these people. What state of mind offers the most flavor? What the? Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster. You better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. Now would be a great time to harvest. So where does it come from? That's right. Oh, am I literally just some KFC questionnaire? Shoot. Aru, do you try to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking? What is the sound of success? Sizzling? It's bubbling? You notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you, Dougal. He's actually cheering you on. I don't believe him, which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you makes you totally forget what you're doing. Now all you can think about is Colonel Sanders. How many spoonfuls of gravy would it take to fill a traditional Victorian bathing tub? You're stranded on a desert island, only one quick way. What should you take? What up? I know, right? You know what? Shouldn't you feel you're failing? Oh my gosh. Trying together a wedding vows. What does that have to do with this? Hey, enough? Actually, everything. That's how we got here. Woof woof. You're really struggling to keep. Yeah. As the next station at the next station over, Ashley has already begun plating elements of her dish, colorful and complex. To make up time, you toss your biscuit dough into a stand mixer. As you do, the crowd. It's probably the mixer guy. Nice. Yeah. I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilized in a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing personal time. Oh no. You might not have any hands, but Dougal does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed. There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way. When you hear everyone talking and realize how serious your error was, you immediately shove your hand in the mixer to rescue the dough before it's overmixed. Dougal, no. But you're not fast enough and your hand gets stuck. It's immediately crushed by the quickly spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. What you often find is that easy way can turn out much, much more difficult. Everyone stop what you're doing now. This battle is over. It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. Oh, that's too bad. And here I am with a completed dish, ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default. No, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two on the account of Dougal's injury. You see Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he locks them to the dish. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared. Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skip straight to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you find a wide array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells a story that's excellent. So you made chocolate, the dog can't eat it. I was going to ask Dougal to do the honor, but since you're in it, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on the top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Inside, you'll find a delicate fried cheese croquette atop a slice of honeycomb, ice cream 2 ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry gelée. I don't know this word. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed, as he dips his finger in the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh, you, hee. As he places a sauce-covered finger into his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. Internalize the rage. Your rage burns so intensely within your eyes that they burst into flames. The flames catch fire and turn to ash, and they fall off your face, which means people have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester, perhaps forever. Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, and not to mention your crispy fried eyebrows. Oh my god. You run for the quad to be alone. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders, who's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married, and he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out. I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a master chef. Failure is a part of life, not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before? That's exactly what I think. Well, then think again. I was always the man you see before you. Enrolled in culinary school? I wasn't. I was like, he's been forever here? Incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure. I was born that way. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed in its obstetrician. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together. Which is true now, but it hasn't always been that way. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved then what I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money would deter me from giving the best I had to give. The white on white isn't the best sometimes. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you can see something ignite inside of him, a burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure. It's honest. It's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit could be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Yay! Hey, Pop. Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle scarred from the night before, you prepare for the worst. It's the spork monster. Borko. It is I know I said I wouldn't be back. After the whole fight to the death thing, maybe you don't really want to see me anymore, but I just want to say that I was wrong to attack you and I apologize. I know what it's like having to always look over your shoulder. Monster problems, am I right? Oh, thanks, Borko. I'm glad there are no hard feelings. Getting jumped by a giant creature in the dark of night can really rile a person up. I also want to apologize for the way I switched right into attack mode. I know that you're strong and cooking school can put a person under a lot of stress. I actually used to go to this school. I wasn't always a spork monster, you see. I don't believe it. You were human once? Well, no, I was a golden retriever, but I was still a student. Until one day some mean kids with a magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment on me and I was forever transformed. A magic spellbook, precisely. I had procured a copy for myself, but somewhere along the way I lost it. If you find such a book, I beg of you respect it. You're a powerful chef and shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear, I will be there. It sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life, Dougal. Together, I am sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss this. A personal invite? You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like. But it sounds like you're about to find out. Stepping inside Colonel Sanders' home, why did I say his whole name? Surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. It looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Look at the baby picture. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you ever been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Well, there is something. It's just a side dish that I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy or something crispy, both perhaps. Now you've got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation to him or keep it a secret? Just reveal it. You decide that you're as ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw. Oh, the coleslaw. The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' Lux Hideaway. Magnificent. Together you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold until the last bite? I'd like to have it around so that I can admire the taste later and think back on this moment. You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. You realize that now would be the perfect time to do some snooping. Around the room are various items that you could look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. You notice a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on a corner table. When you pick it up, you realize it isn't realistic. It's real. Oh. Taxidermy, a little note to visit the true state bird of the... Okay. Do I gotta go through all this? You take a closer look at the large urn. Setting on a nearby pedestal is a plaque on it. It's dusty. When you wipe it off, you can read the description. Here lies the ashes of my past careers and business failures. Nice. An adorable little baby crawls across it from goatee. Yep, it's Colonel Sanders. That, or maybe it's the drumstick that he seems to be waving like a rattle. Who frames a baby picture of themselves? Probably the same type of person who would make their own face the logo of a company they founded. Am I right? Oh, it's Colonel Sanders' closet. I try on his jacket. The jacket's a bit big. Oh, before you can take it, Colonel Sanders is returning. He has a new dish that he's been working on, and he wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks you why you're wearing his jacket. I don't usually loan those out, but I must say it does look good on you. Oh crap, the jacket. You forgot to take it off. I did. You decide that now is your moment and make a big move. You tell him you're cold, you fess up and tell the truth. Whoa, 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 this isn't that kind of game. Now that we can... Uh-oh. Listen! I thought it was! I thought it was. Oh my god, do we really gotta do all that again? Eleven. Sashimi. Interesting. Final. We're going that one. My friend Pete. Oh, nice. Let's go like this one. Is that the candle? Gross. Gross. You want me to open it? Thank you. Putting the jacket on. Thank you.
Aw.
Listen. Fess up and tell him the truth. I think I've developed feelings for you. I might be developing feelings for you too, but I'm concerned. I can't let anything get in the way of my dreams. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door, but the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, dude. I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. Dream sequence. The void! Oh, look. You wake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will tell. Today is a day that could change the rest of your life. We're going to get it. You're going to get it. You think about the new secret ingredient that you just learned about. Papagism. All one word. In some jurisdictions, papagism isn't even legal. But if the recipe is a secret, how will they know? Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast. Is it chicken and waffles? And your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up. It's meticulous. You taste Colonel Sanders' food and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So, would you say that we're the perfect match? How presumptuous. My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Could he be the world's greatest gift to cookery? Flatter him. You know, I think we might make a great team. A single tear begins to pull in the corner of his eyes. He gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Could he be talking to you? He is. Who's he talking to? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears. Unable to speak, the only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one. Can we get this done? You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting. Better not be with Pop. Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night with Pop. It's okay, but now that it turns out you're fine, I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam. Sure, but you will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date. I think I can believe that. Since I've been partnered up with Pop, he asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him you better harness those wild horses, young man. I'm not that kind of girl. Oh, hi, Ricky. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So I said, yeah, sure. I can get to know the little guy. Long story short, he took me to his favorite shush house. But things quickly spiraled out of control. Did she say shush house as if that's a thing people just say? What is that even referring to? And now I'm not really sure where we stand. You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story, however, bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too, back to Colonel Sanders' house where I spent the night with him. You what? Nothing happened, but the emotional connection, wowzers. Miriam offers to support you no matter what you do. Together with your bestie, you feel like you can do anything. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. I was like, is that mic off? You can tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp the fact, because you know he's Pop. What's a swirly? It sounds delicious. Oh, it's great. Now order you one up right away. I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Sprinkles is a dog and a treat. You can get your swirly dip too. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at this school? There is that horse Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? You've got some nerve, Dougal, suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse. Now you're twisting my words and I won't have it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince with pain. It doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. I'll never give up. Ever. Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Dougal, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon. Are you concerned about my hand, Colonel? Yesterday, I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting her? But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received. That's a lot of words to say. It was bland. Excuse me, Dougal. I am more than capable enough to speak for myself. Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk into class, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine foods. See you inside, Dougal. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by that interaction with Ashley, you take out the spell book you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Whoa, that's that book. It looks like bad news. It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in that magic stuff. A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful? I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open to a page covered with arcane warnings, cast only in case of extreme emergency. It says around the edges of the page. I could use a spell here that says it will erase anyone I choose from all of my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. That is way drastic. Couldn't you do something else, like anything else, not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger? Okay, fine, it is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you and a pretty good excuse to try it out. You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. I'm not doing that. I'm doing this. I'm doing Colonel. Sprinkles is already in the room, waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose scrunches up and he begins to breathe quickly. He must be hungry and reach for some old homework to give as a snack. Dogs can be rather unpredictable, especially Sprinkles. Wait to see what happens. Old homework. Forgets to turn it in. Sprinkles immediately goes for it and gobbles a sheet of paper like it's a piece of fresh chicken rawhide. Ahem, I apologize for the outburst. I know it seems cliche, but not much in this world satisfies like ungraded work. My, Dougal, were you studying something with cinnamon? I told you cinnamon earlier. I've been sitting in on a lecture series about the art of cake baking. How insightful. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Dougal, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see? But before we can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Sprinkles is interrupted by sad whimpering coming from the back of the room. Uh-oh. I told you to save it for after class, but I miss you. We went on one date, Pop, and how can you miss me when I'm right here? Pop's voice quivers as he pleads his case to Miriam. Every time I blink, you go away again. That's a really cute thing to say. Miriam, what happened between you and Pop? I got her in trouble and now she's mad at me. I didn't just get in trouble, I got yelled at by Pop's mother, who blames me for getting him banned from every museum we set foot in. Oh, so that's what you meant by shush house? Pop, we went on one date, we're over. And it meant so much to me that I made this. Too hurt to go on arguing, Pop leaves his creation behind and runs out the room. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school. Well, that was unfortunate. But we wouldn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown challenge exam. I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena. But before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Hey Miriam, are you okay? Okay, I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that in front of everyone? Her tiny Coco is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm gonna say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're gonna cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me. Of course not. Well, maybe sort of, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it, and a ranch big enough for both of us and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person. Who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest anyhow? Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks. I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup, and I bet that Professor Dog is going to love it up. While you were pep-talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch, but that's okay because you had a better idea of how to spend the time before your exam. You decided to head to the arena early to practice a dish. That is it. This is it, the location of your final challenge. A test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent. And a chance to beat the pants off Van Van, the supposed man-man, and his eviler counterpart, Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of a recipe you've been working on, Dougal's famous chicken pot pie. Oh man. After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, hi Ricky. Your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. Dougal, what are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who is hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to, man. The oven timer goes off behind you. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know my nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. That's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. You knew it was a pot pie just from the smell? Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all-butter crust. And my nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? Haha, no, I can smell that it was made with a heaping helping of TLC. But it'll probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out. The moment of truth. Wow. Even in one of his bowls. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking, and I could eat this all day. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. I'd leave that in the oven. Like one of the fucking, like a cooking show. Like, oh, we're just gonna pop this in the oven. There's one already made there. It's like, here we go. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules. There are no rules, that is, except to cook with everything you've got. You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that'll put you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Van Van and Ashley are prepping wildly elaborate dishes, per their usual over-the-top selves. My nose is itchy. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big, going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect, his original recipe fried chicken. The intensity in the room starts at a full 10 out of 10 with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Oh, wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Egg wash. Oh, egg wash. Miriam furiously injects ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth. Best friend Baster Blaster. Baster Blaster? Van Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. Let's rock and roid. Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula. Even Clank gets in under 5 dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. He's out here like, what the hell? Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? It's the singularity, as was foretold. We mustn't let it happen, or the appliance uprising will take us self-destruct. Oh, Van Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out the back door of the arena. Are you frank? As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spell book out. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? You've got a book of your own, and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil magic? I love magic. We're doing it the hard way. Who needs magic when you've got passion? I'm going to do it the hard way. Magic doesn't taste good. We know this. It's a fact. It's quick. It doesn't taste good. It's been gone through in many different forms. We've seen it. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms, and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room. I believe in you, Dougal. Miriam notices too, and I've always believed in you, Dougal, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever. You turn to notice that Miriam is at your station cheering for you. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who's cooking? Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. Oh, that's sweet, but Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles. It's the secret ingredient. However, she doesn't know that you lied and the ingredient was made up. And where in the world does she get I am Newt from? The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up in a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes. It is I, Steve, the spork monster. Steve? Wait, what happened to Borko? You're not here to battle me, are you? We spork monsters are many. I think Borko had the day off. But you have conjured Steve, and I hate to battle. So I'd say you're doing pretty alright. Oh hey, you're in the middle of cooking competition. I love this stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids and your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out? I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve, the spork monster, notices that you've got the grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station. I see what you're up to. Crisscross some magical items and accidentally summon me, huh? Ah, yeah, you guessed it, sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles in a pot of salted water? I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a top chef, actually. You know, when I was just a little spork pup back in the old country. You can feel Spork Monster winding up to tell a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it was probably lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition. I understand. It's kind of like that time in monster school that I had fallen asleep during scare tactics class, and when I woke up, you toss a serious stare at Steve, and he takes the hint. Never mind. I'll tell you later. Good luck. Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win. You summon extra power from deep down within yourself. I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. I don't even know what that said. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange. Oh, are we going Super Saiyan? As culinary energy flows through your body. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for it. Yes, Dougal, you are the chosen one. You will avenge me. I don't want to. The power you've been summoning immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure, my hands are steady, my taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery. You begin to levitate off the ground, energy courses through your body. You know that with this power you can do anything, except turn back time, which would be super useful because, well, you were powering up your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and can't be served. Don't worry, dear Dougal, you may have suffered some setbacks, but all is not lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you have earned his support. I've been watching you today, and I must say I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. As you've managed, I'm getting chills, that's stupid. As you've managed to make it this mac and cheese, time is almost up, so you're going to need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never really been my thing. I follow my heart. What a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolded a delicate white towel and revealed the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes upon. And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpass their individual efforts. Are you suggesting if we combine forces we can form the perfect food union? Time's up, students. With time expired, it's the moment everyone has been waiting for. You must now prepare to present your dishes. Right, Ricky? I'll feed you after this. A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete. It seems we're missing some students. Pop, clank? From off-screen, you hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only come from one student. Hee hee hee, I'm flying. It sounds like it's coming from the broom closet over there. Miriam, would you mind? Inside of the closet, you see Pop hanging on a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants. Pop, get down from there right now. Let me guess, did Van Van have something to do with this? When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse? I thought a wedgie was a salad. Isn't it a sandwich? It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything. I can't feel my legs. Might I be excused? Sure. You kids and your pranks. I must say it's not the worst prank I'm not throwing in history, but it's not it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second. Pranks, clank. Where did that pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear a signature word beep or other onomatopoeia, but there's none. Somehow he must have gotten unplugged. I guess we'll have to figure that out later. My eye's twitching. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. Yes, it has been a long semester. Wow, 3 whole days long. But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now describe your dish. I've made tender udon noodles and a savory soup. It's cute. My word, it's so delicate. Is that a teeny tiny Naruto Maki? I spy a float and it's itsy bitsy bowl. Hey man, if that's not how you say that, I don't know. Yes, Chef. Please call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name. Yes, Sprinkles, and some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself. Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink dog tongue dip into the bowl. Sublime. Would anyone else like a taste? No, come on, I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I don't even really have I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it all by myself. And in a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much. It was less than a thimble's worth of soup. A+. Rarely do I taste a dish with as much love poured into it as yours. There you go. Miriam is overjoyed. She'd give you a big hug. Yeah, I said words. Thank you, Dougal, for helping me to believe in myself. Van, you're up. Ugh. Now describe your dish. I made sea urchin. Beauty. Over smooth egg custard and Axhoon urchin shell topped with caviar. Did you what? Fish? Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second different colored type of urchin? Yes, Sprinkles. A bit much, don't you think? That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is my kind of brand. Doesn't it look cool? Sprinkles leans in to sniff the uni. I'm sorry if I'm not saying that right. But he can't get his nose closed on account of all the spikes. He begins to paw at it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around. Woof woof. Please be gentle with my cuisine. Grr. Finally, Sprinkles goes all in, tongue first, but he can't get past all the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded. Youch, my tongue. The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting. I can't eat this. It keeps poking my tongue. Disqualified. Dang. Stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving in a bowl made of needles could make it difficult to eat? Dejected Van does not go gentle into the night. Hi, Ricky. Disqualified for glamour? Don't discount simplicity. This is the last you've heard of me. Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk. I know, yeah, I'm a dog and I drink milk, get over it. Sometimes it helps my calm my agitated tongue. Next student, Ashley, it's time to step up. Now describe your dish. I made orange blossom Turkish delight and a light rosewater syrup topped with French meringue and connected by sugar glass. It looks good. I don't want it. It's too much. That actually doesn't sound too bad. Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I'd ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece. Don't eat the food at a cooking school. Got toast in your ears or something, Dougal? I told you, it's a display piece. It's trash. Ashley, I must say, it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school. Yeah, which is why I cooked it and did an extremely good job cooking it, too. I didn't realize that we were having an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to the College of Eating School for the Hungry. I suppose you could smell it if you'd absolutely insisted, but don't breathe too hard, you might disrupt the sugar spiral. If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified. Nice! Rage overtakes Ashley and she finally cannot keep up her two-phase routine. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you. And with that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to be fake nice and liked by everyone. There you go. This isn't the last you've heard of me either. If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself. You and Colonel Sanders, the final cook, step up together. 2 chefs, what began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese, what was that? Has become something else. Oh, they did the thing. He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Uh-oh, I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll begins. Just when I thought I've seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing, and completely blow me away. In my 49 dog years of life, I have never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class. You pass, and you pass, and you get a pass. Everyone gathers around, partakes of the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win. Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive, even the Van and Ashley are drawn back in by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on, how could they be better than this one? Now that the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment to get their groove on. Oh no. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. Hi, Ricky. Big yawn. DJ Dog is in the house. Ow, ow, ow. Yeah, I'll get you some food soon. You know that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist? Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Van and Ashley tell everyone that they've committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were villains. For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting. What do you mean? There's nothing there, sir. No ghosts allowed at graduation. It's clearly written in the school's bylaws. I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me. Oh, amusing. And now that everyone is together, it's the Spork Monster. He is totally mellowed out. Spork Monster. Everyone, the Spork Monster is no more. From here out, I'd prefer that everyone refer to me as my new name. Party Monster. You know, Macaulay Culkin, I think. Student tries to finish what he had to say, but everyone is too wrapped up talking to Spork. Sorry. Party Monster. You licking your butt? Dejected student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found her love in cooking. Oh yeah. And you know she's gonna do great. A red carpet rolls across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance, I wonder? It's Pop. Oh, he's arrived late to the dance, but apparently for good reason. Walking the carpet, you see perched atop his dirty chef's hat, a crown. Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma, so we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured, and see the Burger King? We figured it was the least we could do for the school's dean. Oh, man. Oh, now I get it. And we get a new wing of the school, not to mention the honor of educating the son of Chancellor such and such. Miriam, will you be my Lady King? What an incredible turn of events, an offer to join the royal family. It's like a dream come true. You'll get to be a princess. Or maybe a queen. I'm not sure if he even knows. But either way, crowns and gowns, baby. I'm sorry, Pop, but I'm not interested. Not now, at least. I've got so much to do with my life. A twist on a twist. So many more 3-day universities to attend. So many tiny foods to meticulously sculpt and then watch get accidentally blown away by a single sneeze. Okie doke. And the music at the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparking and electrical hissing. It's Clank, who has arrived late to the dance. Now that I've graduated, I can reveal my truth. Whoa, he's still doing the talking thing. I am Clank, and I am not of this earth. I am actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What? What? I actually feel like I knew it this whole time. Not that I have learned the ways of your kind. I must return. Bye. A portal opens up and Clank disappears through it. And finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. Howdy, classmate, really. Just like the first day you met him, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to give them a bucket of chicken. This time, it's a full meal. He stole your coleslaw. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of chicken and man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. The end. Wow. No, it's not the end. Okay. As everyone feasts on delicious chicken, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Dougal, what are you doing sitting all alone? Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. I wonder, might you tell me, what are the qualities that you would expect to find in such a lucky person? Kentucky Fried Chicken. 3 things. Off the top of my head, oh, I don't know, a spicy musk, titty goatee, tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, just to name a few. It truly is my lucky day. Would you dance with me? Yes, I would love to. As you glide across the dance floor, hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. And once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off, and I'll be so glad to spend it together with you, Dougal. How sweet, we'll work together and play together. Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks. Work together, well, I think this is something I'll just need to do by myself, but who will help you run your restaurants? I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, do you really think running restaurants is the best path forward? Could it be you found a love connection but failed to earn the Colonel's respect as a chef? Can you live with only half of him? Will you be able to endure sharing him with his other love, the life of an entrepreneur? I suppose I can enroll at pastry school. Oh my dear Dougal, I'm sure that you'll find your place eventually. And along the way, you'll have me by your side. The end. So I didn't even get, like, the good ending. I'm not playing it again. At least not now. Things to do. That was good. For what it is, it was good. Thank you, Colonel Sanders, for your time. Hour and 46 minutes. Wow. We got that out of the way. Don't know what I'm going to do next. But I'm going to turn this off, go cook, feed the rabbit, cook real food, not chicken. Thanks. Maybe I'll see you again, maybe not. I guess we'll all find out. Whoever you are, me. Bye.